Oh yeah, that's right. We have the sound turned off. I wonder if at least turning it down would help. I guess let's try it. I don't know. Just, I don't mean all the way, just to where we can barely hear it or something. I doubt it will help. Oh well. Whoops. I thought it would show me something in game. I didn't know it was gonna pop open a kajigger. I wonder what that vehicle really is. It's not really a weenie mobile. It's not supposed to be a hot dog, I don't think. Okay, I guess we haven't gotten the route yet.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked? The main reason Santa's so jolly is because he knows where all the bad
solved the big case and got promoted.
We'll need to run the loop.
Wow, that looks like a feud.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
Get out of here.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
A siren, what is that going to do?
That price is outrageous.
Oh man. Well. This time let's go the opposite direction. Because I've got the... Wait. What was he doing? Oh well, he lost his chance, I guess. I get the feeling we were going the same direction as the bus, and that's why we didn't see it last time. Unfortunately, like last time, I had to drive carefully so I can look for the bus. Oh. Never mind! I think that lady's dead.
Not good.
How do I turn on the siren? Is this even the car with the siren? What does that say? Oh, okay. Let's just keep going. This is really obnoxious, by the way. So it's one of those big green and yellow buses, right? Surely I wouldn't just miss it. Oh, that guy's crazy. Almost as crazy as me. Oh, this is boring.
Just a scratch.
That's not... It wouldn't be that, right? That's a trolley, not a bus.
Twist alive.
Oh! shows it on my map. There he is, there he is.
You idiot!
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown,
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
on California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
Alright, well, you are not allowed to go anywhere. For honking at me, you had to relinquish your car.
LAPD, police emergency.
Right. Oh, this is a new car. Whoops. Okay, locations. I guess we'll go back to the hobo camp now. Hobo town. Here we go. Now we can do whatever we want. Hey, police officer, what's up? Hello. I've missed this.
Came out of nowhere.
Get out of here. Keep LA safe. No!
Necessary cash. God damn it!
Oh, Jesus! My paint job!
What about your face? Is it his wife? His wife looked dead.
LAPD, I need your car, now.
Be careful with the copper.
I need your wife too. Stay in the car. Oh no, that's a husband or boyfriend or friend. I don't know. I just assumed that they're dating. I don't know. Hello. It's so funny when they're sitting on the bench and you run over it.
Not a care in the world.
Not a care in the world. I do what I want.
These people!
He's complaining about other people.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay focused back to the house. You need to hold out for the cavalry back
How do we do that?
like this. Buckshot, keep you down, Phil.
Oh, I can fight with my fist. Oh,
We
okay.
need to fight for it!
Killing make you feel powerful.
My hat! Oh, you son of a bitch. I guess I can't push Q unless it tells me I can. Push? I'm even pushing it. It doesn't do anything.
What's your name?
Comrade Starr.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Ooh.
Gremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
I thought we already looked in here.
Circumstantial.
Some rope.
looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Ooh, a newspaper. Missing morphine.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them, that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Uh-oh.
You can't do this.
Is there anything else? I already saw it. I'm just clicking wildly until something pops up.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Where the Mars dance? What? Oh, is it stars? Where the stars dance. Can barely read it. Alright, I think that's everything. I think so.
See him? Sorry, picture.
Alright, let's scram. Does sound like decides whether it wants to be loud or soft.
When's America going to understand?
Well, give back.
Looks like a feud.
Alright, I don't know what we're doing now. Oh.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Well, let's get us a confession, boys. Where am I going? I don't know what I was thinking. is everybody?
Get out of the way! There's a madman on the loose!
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
Going this way.
I want to stop him with one round.
This way?
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Nobody's allowed to sleep when I'm on duty. All right, let's see how this goes.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
He has no recollection. I don't know if I should tell him that he's asking. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. I don't know if I should say he's lying or doubt him. Because we have the purse. I don't know if I should show the purse or just doubt him. Let's do this. What does this do? Oh, remove an answer. Let's try this. Oh man. That didn't help. Whoops.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I mean to do that.
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Oh man, and now I can't use it again.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrellson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Well, then is it the rope?
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Okay.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
Now we do the purse.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Theresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
No, we didn't get all of the clues, but I guess we got enough. Look at those injuries! The vehicle damage.
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Hey, Double Skimming, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great evening. This is taking a while. What?
Of course we were looking.
What?
Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
The weenie mobile was like a, I don't know what it was. It wasn't really a weenie, but it was some kind of car that it resembled a weenie mobile, like a, what was it called? I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. But I don't know. It looked like a weenie car. I don't know. It was really big, but it was, I don't know what it was. You ate Korean food. That sounds so good.
Another body. And Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Can I punch this guy? And it seemed like this woman was murdered by the Invisible Man or something. I accidentally got my tongue stuck in my lips while I was laughing, so I did a... Anyways. I don't know if that was a glitch or if it was supposed to look like that, so we don't know who it is.
I want to put him down in one round.
I don't know. Let's see, what cars are over here? Let's look at this one. Oh, whoops. I get to choose where I'm going? Let's go to the rail yard, I guess. Oh, he almost made it. It had faucets on it, so it was probably some kind of gas oil. Yeah, probably. Made a joke out of it. Because of the hot dogs, they're not allowed to buy on the street. Yeah, they wouldn't. They don't let me buy the hot dogs. I've seen people walk up and get a hot dog. I even like punched a bitch because she had a hot dog and she dropped it, but it wouldn't let me pick it up. Whee! A gassy wiener? Ew! Woohoo! Hello.
Sorry.
I'm not sorry. What is wrong with you? Billie Holiday on the radio. Well, don't tell him that. He'll block my YouTube video from people in the United States. Woo-hoo. Yes, I am trying to kill you. What tipped you off? I got you. I can't move.
I'm sorry, madam. Police officer, I need your
I
call.
under arrest?
Yes, you're under arrest. She asks if she's under arrest and then takes off running. Ooh, I want that silver car. Oh well. Yeah, I got hit with all like 4 or 5 copyright strikes, and it removed the video from being viewable in the United States. And I don't even know what country it was viewable in. It was ridiculous. How do I get down there? I think I gotta go through this park. Hello.
God.
It's all right.
It's alright.
The lights in Spear were on.
Give us all your hot dogs
boys ready?
and the car.
Follow me.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
Where'd my partner
If you
come
take it along with all of the other indicators,
Hold. Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundskeeper. He's our guy.
witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
Oh man, I hate it when I finger the wrong guy.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
I apologize for any racial slurs they use. It's a sign of the times in the game, I guess. Wait.
Advice? Reporting officer, then the coroner. Carruthers has a body he has to inspect. He'll wait a couple of minutes.
Beautiful day. Hope we have no trouble.
Cigarettes again! I know who it is!
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
You almost made a joke, but you didn't want to get rainbow banned. You wouldn't get rainbow banned. You have immunity. Unless you said something truly awful, like about me or my kids or something. Which I don't think you have it in you to say things like that.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
I mean that in a good way. You're too nice. Let's see, 22 St. David Street. Dear Evelyn, I hope this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. But I'm not writing to harass and accuse. I am writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl, and what she's doing to herself. You're destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it's harder for me to watch than you can imagine. But only God Almighty above us has the right to judge, and so I beg your forgiveness. I've been in contact with a sanitarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. I thought it said that you could be beated. You only need to check yourself in. It will not blah blah blah. Did you hear him? He's thinking about things. He's thinking about bad things. Preemptive ban. No. He's
You could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Is that it? Yeah.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
I think I said this before, but when I tried to play the first time. Yeah, you told us. It was an old TV and you couldn't really gauge the people's faces. She bans me for 5 minutes at the start of it. No, I don't. Maybe my daughter does. I'm kidding. Ow!
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Okay.
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
It would be an honor to be troll banned.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Ugh.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
They all were inebriated on time of death. When was the last time we had a male victim? The guy that was hit by a car?
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Evacuation smell. She's not wearing any underwear. Anyways, let's go. I don't think there's anything else to look at. Let's look between the cars a little bit. I don't see anything. And now I check out the bush. I was looking more at her ass, but... It's whatever. I wasn't checking her out. I was making an observation. There's a huge difference. Although I guess I was getting the camera all up in her cooch. Oh, you're not somebody I want to talk to. This guy, I think?
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Was this guy raping a corpse? What man? This man?
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Ugh!
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Why are people so gross? You just don't want to die with your ass out? I don't either.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. Took a look.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
No, I haven't ever kissed a dead body. For your information.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Ugh.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Beautiful day. Hope we have no trouble.
He put the lipstick on her before he started kissing her. Ugh, who would want to make out with this? Why? Why? That's... I could maybe sort of understand if she had died and there was no blood or swollenness in her face. I mean, even then it would be disgusting, but why like this? Ugh. That's so gross. think that's everything though. Let's kind of look over here. I don't see anything. I see the telephone icon, so that must mean we need to use the phone. And there's conveniently a phone out here.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, they put makeup on the bodies to make them more presentable, not really happy looking. I mean, unless somebody specifically asked to make them happy, they just look like they're sleeping, really. But yeah, that's something that I used to do all the time, even when I wasn't when I was working my internship. I was mostly doing makeup, clothing, and I drove limos. I've never ridden in a limo in my entire life, but I have driven plenty. Why would I want to go to the pawnbroker? What's at the pawnbroker? Let's go, just see what the hell's over there. I don't even know if this is my car. I just jumped into a car.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the Civil War.
Just go easy, Phelps.
What does that even mean?
Really?
Go
Is that
easy.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have food.
Oh, come on!
I see you. I see you there.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country over here, the Chinese will block them.
211 is shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units at Canano Code 3 identified.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac.
Why would I do that? Is it on fire? No, not yet. It's still drivable. Did patrons of your limo just do a ton of coke? Not that I'm aware of. I drove the limo for the funeral home, not just a random limo service. It was for taking the family.
Isn't the greatest driver in the world.
It was for taking the family to the service and stuff. Make it? Can I make it? Oh, my partner.
That's the cop. What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Hot dogs. Look at him eating that hot dog. Sir, give me that. I want a hot dog. Look at them. They're so delicious. Oh, I was gonna punch this guy. They slicked his hair back without your mom's consent? That sounds weird. That sounds like something they would ask before doing, but I don't know. It may have been a different time. We were trained to ask for everything. Any kind of small detail.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build, dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Oh, I can't look at that. Let's take the rings! Is there anything else to see about it? Why would he leave the rings here? I guess just in case I want to look at them later, I don't know. Alright, let's go to the bar. He's already in the car. Wait, did they fix my car or is that a different car?
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
I get the point.
We're all on the same team. And I crashed the car.
Chain of command, Phil. People will decide who needs to
Oh my god.
Got it?
I get it.
Hi, lady.
We have a problem. We could have the local trooper check out. Watch it, will you?
The address is yours. The purpose having fun with us.
If I wasn't lazy, I'd ban you from driving, Cole. How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Sure. There's only one guy. But okay.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Why am I shouting at this man?
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Do you want to get dragged into this, McCaffrey? Do you want us to get interested in you?
She hung out with this powder puff, James Tiernan. They haunted the public library together.
How well do you know James Tiernan?
I know he works some kind of plebeian job at Rawlings Bowling Alley.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Alright, well this is going well so far. And as soon as I say that, we're gonna miss all the rest of the dialogue. There's like a trap door here. Can we go in there? I want to go in there. Oh, here's a guy too.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Can I go up the stairs?
You're free to speak to the regulars. Just don't shake them too hard.
I'll punch him. Alright, where can we go now? I guess we're not done at the bar? Let's go to the liquor store. Yeah, the liquor store! Hold on, I want to take a car from the parking lot. I want this black car.
That's the guy. I heard he's been on his car.
Oh, what's over here? Nothing. No parking? I guess they mean in that general area. Hurry, hurry! Go, 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 go! No, 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 don't get in! Ugh!
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest. Help!
Jesus H. Christ!
There's a suspect.
I'll get all of you.
Could we try not killing the people that pay our salaries?
Can't promise you anything.
Breathe. No, breathe, damn it.
Let's get this hot dog stand.
I think the power's gone your head.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Walk this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Now, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
What's this?
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
I want that bowling
When
pin.
exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Well, she's the one shutting down my YouTube videos. I'm glad she's dead.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
I guess that's how you would get that clue if you didn't get it from the man.
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Oh! I could further investigate this.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
I wonder if I can talk to him about this. Is this all there is? Okay, I guess so. I don't think there's anything out here. It's kind of dangerous to leave all the back openings open. Somebody's gonna come steal your stuff. Is there anything down here? A vacuum. Oh, I can talk to him.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Alright.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Aww.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
He's blinking a lot.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Aww. This is really sad. Why would you kill a homeless woman? Absolutely fireproof. We'll see about that. Let's go back to Minch's bar and talk. See if we can talk to the guy again. Ooh, look at that car. Can I catch up to it? It's a red light. Come on, come on, come on. It's gonna turn. No, I didn't make it. Here's one similar to it.
Easy.
Hello.
I'm going to have to ask you to get out of the car. Now.
You know.
Oh, there's a telephone here. Get out. I'll use a different phone. I'm sure there's a phone at the bar. Gotcha. Hot dog! Yeah, there's a phone here. That man's just all calm that the car is parked like that. Or I didn't even park it, I just ran into the side.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Alright, I guess we show the book. Where's the book? Yeah, there it is.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Alright. And where's the phone? There's a phone in here. Oh, here it is. Oh.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the station. I'm gonna run you over.
Are you kidding me?
Goodbye. Every man for himself. Where'd you learn to drive?
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my staff.
Captain is downstairs with
She was
Ray
13
Pinker
if she was a day.
and Carruthers.
Alright. I guess we're gonna see more of... I don't know. Man, those shoes do not go with
looking
it.
for a policeman.
What? Those shoes
Drunk,
look...
I'll bet. Or
ugly.
doped up.
Ugly shoes.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
The thing was, he was a really nice guy. I felt loud to tolerate him.
He fired that guy because he was a friend of the
We
person.
got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
He was friends with the guy that was making out with the corpse. Was there a phone down there? I see a phone
Wow,
icon.
this day was a total waste of makeup.
That's why I don't wear makeup. It's always a waste. Well, maybe not always. It's nice to look nice sometimes.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
All right.
You are a modest little person with much to be known.
Need a drink.
My car's
I got the
fixed.
jitters again.
Whoa. What was that? Well, do we go to the bowling alley or do we go to the apartment? Let's go to the bowling alley first. It's on my list first.
Let me pose a question. Depends. What you got to do with it? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away? Depends. On what? On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Stop rushing.
Whoa, if someone reports this...
I don't know why it's so funny when he says that.
There's people there. There's a different man in front of the camera.
There's people there. Not anymore!
Whoa, you fucking idiots! Get out of the way! Jesus, Phelps, you're terrorizing these little slubs. Different man in front of the camera.
Ooh. Lots of people in the park today.
Run, you fucking idiots!
Could we try not killing the people that pay our salaries?
There's people there!
Sorry! My partner isn't the greatest driver in the world!
It's funny how he says that as if I didn't know. That people were in the sidewalk.
Get out of the way! Whoa, if someone reports this...
Whoa!
I think the power's gone to your head, Phil.
Nah. What power?
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
There he goes. And hopping the lanes he was.
Tiernan! LAPD!
It's a car chase.
There!
Here's a car. Let's just take it.
What are you waiting for? Get after it!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road.
Another runner. At least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to land.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
If
this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Hit him, Cole! Spit him out!
Going through this... That is the end of that. About fucking time.
Show me your hands!
Ah, no! They're shooting at us.
Well then. We'll probably have to question him later. Now let's go to the apartment.
Get out of the way! There's a madman on the loose!
KGPL to any unit. The citizen reports suspicious activity. Stand by for further for any Central unit.
Hey, come on!
Sorry! My partner isn't the greatest driver in the world!
I'm a wonderful driver.
If you use the siren, maybe those metal things in front of you called cars will know you're in a hurry.
I don't know how to turn the siren on.
If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
You're really starting to annoy me.
Get out of the way! Could we try not killing the people that pay our salary?
Look at all these people! I got you.
Jack, you're gonna kill us! Slow and steady, come on!
Get your license from a cereal box?
A cereal box? Maybe.
Full of advice, aren't you?
Woo! All right. Which one's he in again? No, not this one. It doesn't say. Let's look out here. Okay, that didn't have any names on it. I thought. Oh, here we go.
McCaffrey's in apartment 6.
I don't think it's down here.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Yeah. What was that?
Don't think this is any use to us. Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Ooh, it's got blood.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
An anatomy of power. Oh, that's the other half of the letter.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Let's see. It won't take long before you are healed and can come home. I have put things back into your old room with a lock on the door for your privacy, and you can come and go as you please. I will care for you and you can return to your normal life. I know your address has changed, so I cannot be sure this letter will find you, but I pray that it does and that you consider what I have said. I love you very much, and I pray every night that you are safe and that one day you will knock on my door and the rift between us will be mended. With love and understanding, your mother, Augusta Summers. Let me guess, we're gonna go on the roof and have a chase. Those cornflakes? Kellogg's cornflakes? I think that's everything. Can I question her? Should I question her?
Talk to Grosvenor. I've got housework to do.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Oxymoron for you.
Oh, I can't slug him.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Yep, he'll go get our wheels and he's gonna be the one that saves the day. Oh my god, what are you doing?
There he is. You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Oh, I can't pull my gun out.
Give it up! LAPD!
It's like every time it gives me the option to tackle.
Can't we talk about this?
That sounded wet, whatever that was. I'm pushing Q. I don't know what triggers that. Whatever. Pushing Q doesn't do shit.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down. Calm down.
I'll hold you to that.
Not sure what that officer was doing.
Whoa there.
If someone reports this.
All units in the vicinity in any Century unit. A 211 and shots fired, 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identify.
I bet this game would take so long to finish if you actually stopped to do all of these random events that happen on the side.
Jesus, Phelps! You've helped quite enough.
Oh yeah. There's stairs here. Let's just get out. I can't jump.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
That price is outrageous. I need this vehicle. Police business.
You're the police?
Sometimes. Not right now. I could have run, but I didn't want to. Or I could have ran. I didn't.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fair me, young Phelps.
Alright. Let's see.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said,
I hate
The bum
interrogation.
took a swipe at me. Put him down
You
with my
ready to
tap.
answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
I know he's lying, but I don't know if I should doubt or say he's lying. The letter's not on here. Oh, yeah, it is. But I think we show the tire iron.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Well, let's use the letter. I think.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Alright, maybe it was Tiernan and he's planted these items, but I don't know. Let's see.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Am I going the right direction?
I don't need this. I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Now, I don't know if I should do this one or this one.
Damn it, how come this is so hard to believe? A man and a woman getting along, liking each other just as friends.
I wish I could go back and do the old ones, but I can't.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
He's blinking a lot. I don't know.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
How can you just not remember?
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
Oh, God. She got up and left. Maybe now I do this? I have no idea. He brought up the fighting. I want to. Ugh. I want to do this again.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. She would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Yeah. I'm gonna remove an answer. Okay.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Alright, well, let's talk to this guy again.
You're a real asshole. You know that?
What on earth is that man doing?
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
If it was planted there, then some evil mastermind must be at work here. You got a name, McCaffrey?
Tiernan. Who else?
I was under the impression you thought Tiernan incapable of tying his own shoelaces.
We did so well up until this point. Oh, I can use the phone, okay.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
I don't know. I think it's Tiernan.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Okay, so his criminal record is in here, so we can just say he's lying.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Well, now I don't know. Let's see if we can talk to the other guy again.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Did he freak out or what? I don't know, right?
I want to make promises. You know you make them.
I've had my say. I'll not say anything more.
Oh, okay, I can't talk to him anymore. It won't even let me accuse him. No, there we go.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in a prison graveyard.
Oh, we missed a clue. Wow, look at those injuries. That's even more than last time. Not last time, but the one that was the highest vehicle damage. Yes.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon's in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first and try for the Namboots.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Namboots and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
I surprise you with how many people I kill.
To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to Forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
To defy power which seems omnipotent, to love and bear, to hope till hope creates. From its own wreck the thing it contemplates, neither to change nor falter nor repent. This like thy glory, Titan, is to be good, great, and joyous, beautiful and free. This is alone life, joy, empire, and victory.
Another snippet from the Shelley poem.
Looking in wonder up to heaven, while yet the music pealed along, I hid myself within a fountain in the public square, where I lay like the reflex of the moon, seen in a wave under green leaves.
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
Find me where I hid myself. Okay.
If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrell.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, John.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed to... What does he want it
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Alright, so this is the first time we don't have an actual investigation, right? Now we're just looking for this dew. Let's go.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy. I saved a whole year for that car.
This wasn't where I wanted to go.
Parker,
Is this a whole other building? No, it's not. It's the same one.
How bad is it?
Do I have any new
Come on, you can tell
suits?
me.
Where do I find my suits? Oh, they're there. I did get a new one. I can't ever tell which one's the new one, though. Maybe that one? I don't know. I like the brown suit. The doo-doo suit. He saved a whole year for that car. Go find it, yeah! Where's your car?
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Phelps,
I'm gonna push you in front of a car. Give me your hot dogs.
Keep walking, pal.
I want a hot dog.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
Let's get this car. Ooh, it's shiny. Ooh, it's new.
No harm done.
Hello.
That'll wipe the smile off their face.
I'm gonna wipe the smile off their face. Phelps is a maniac, and I love it.
You nearly got
Where did they come?
That guy almost stopped the car. Shiny. I like shiny things. I like to destroy the shiny things. Here we go. Oh. He's in here somewhere. We'll find him. Oh, I can get up in here.
Rather you than me, Phelps. You know the local hobos use that as a retreat.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
Overgrown the day with leaves and flowers, and paved with veined emerald, and a fountain leaps in the midst with an awakening sound. From its curved roof, the mountain's frozen tears like snow or silver or long diamond spires hang downward, raining forth a doubtful light. Okay. I know, it's a good thing I didn't put on my new suit. I'm wearing my doo-doo suit.
Elizabeth Short. Betty Short. Black Dahlia.
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out?
Let me just shout these things
You got a city
in
map?
public.
See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
What? I had to find these myself? What's this? I think it said it's one of the landmarks, at least. There's a hidden vehicle here. Let's go to these hidden vehicles. I want to see what that is.
Let me guess. Hiding from the wife?
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
I walked all over that dude. Get out of here.
Easy!
See if I can't get here in time. Give me your car.
Sir, step out of the car, please.
Not your life, Buster.
I know, I'm on a non-linear case. I'm gonna have to run over a lot of people to figure this one out. Holy cow! This car's made of rubber or something. Look at these people trying to have a conversation. It's so funny when they just get pushed by the car and they're just standing. Oh my god! I think I dragged that poor man for like 5 miles. That was great.
That's your own fault.
It's your own fault that I ran over you.
It's a stitch-up.
No, let's go this way. And then... Oh, brother is all she had to say. Whew. Oh, here we are, here we are. Here we are, what is it? Is it this one? supposed to be a special car here? They all look the same to me. I guess that's it. Alright, let's look at the map again. Let's sort of get serious. Union Station. That's where we were, wasn't it? What's this? A street crime. I haven't a clue. I think that was a new record of dragging, I know. Is it only using the landmarks that I've seen? I may have to just look up a... Let me look it up. What's this? What's this case called? My max speed has been 86.72 miles per hour. Time spent driving almost 3 hours. Time spent brawling 5 minutes. Where's my how many people I've killed? How many vehicles have I destroyed? Only 10? There's no how many people I've hurt or killed. What is the name of this thing? Time spent murdering infinite. I wish the dragging was on there. How far have I dragged somebody's corpse underneath my car? Here's a walkthrough. I don't know what the name of the case is. The Quarter Moon Murders, I think is what we're on, right? Okay. This is the Hall of Records is where we're supposed to go. Where is this? Is this even on my map? Oh, yeah, it is. I would have totally known to go here if I had read, if I had seen it. I don't know, I never saw that one. Alright, here we go.
What the hell?
Another weenie! Hello, I've got to confiscate your wiener. My partner can't get out of the car.
Out of the car, police.
What are you doing?
Oh, is he even in the car? Oh, he wasn't in the car.
Careful. Damn it.
Hello. This thing is so hard to drive.
It's alright.
All these people. They all just fell on the ground. Never have too many weenies. Yeah. It's harder to hit people in this car. Here we go. Is this it over here somewhere? I guess it's not this. Whoa! Hard to penetrate people with this weenie. There's the weenie. I showed up in a weenie. Oh my god, it's huge. Yeah, it's gotta be some kind of gasoline. Okay, here we go. Oils. It's motor oil. Here, let's, There we go. Okay.
Can I help you, sir?
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
You really want to trust me on top of a chandelier? This is gonna be the next Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the House of Records. I'm just gonna follow him because he seems to know where he's going.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
I'm going out there,
man.
Rusty.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be a trap.
I guess I've got to let him catch his balance? There's nothing that tells me how to keep my balance. We didn't get to hear him, or see him hit the floor, but oh well. Oh, it says AD to balance.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
Lady Elgin. Okay.
From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
From the murmurings of the unsealed springs. Oh, okay. I knew it!
Jesus Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing. Find a rope, Rusty. There is time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Oh my god, what?
Come on.
I don't know what he's asking me to do.
It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
I'm trying! Oh my god! I have no idea. Swing harder! Maybe if I use my controller this is easier? Let me see if it'll even work.
Jesus Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing. Find a rope, Rusty. There is time. See if you can
It
swing
actually
that
is
thing
easier to
side
use the
side.
controller. Well, I'm doing the exact same movements. Whatever. There we go! Whatever. It worked.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
A Mulder dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Alright. This didn't even mention a third entry. Oh, here we go. Pick up the clues. And the public library is the next place. Sorry, I was manipulating my iPad. Here we go.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
We're gonna look fantastic. Get away from me.
Not a care in the world. You should keep your eyes open.
You should keep your eyes open. They're trying to outrun the weenie. You can't outrun this wiener.
Too relaxed in this town.
Said bad things about this weenie, so he can't get on. He's not allowed to ride the magnificent wiener. Drive safely, my ass. I'm a giant weenie. I do what I want.
Not good.
I don't want to. This thing breaks way too easy. I don't want to break it. Is this the library? Officer, can you tell me if this is the library? I guess now it doesn't matter because we're almost to the library. It'll repair itself. How do I get up there? I guess I gotta walk. Well, let's try to drive it.
Get out of the way next time!
Here we go. Taking this thing to the library. I want some hot dogs. The guy just sits there and watches me. Oh, we didn't get to see it in the opening.
I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there.
Up
Go
here?
get him, Tiger.
You'd slow me down anyway, old timer.
Well, this was convenient. What if this wasn't here? Am I supposed to get all the way to the top? I guess so. Keep your eyes open and your legs shut. We got a giant wiener coming through. Oh god, this again. You'd think this guy would want to go home after almost dying on a chandelier, but whatever. Enough with this crap. This is obnoxious.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Am I supposed to jump up there? Oh, whoops. Jump. Okay, no, I'm not. I guess we're just supposed to go down. Platforming! As a investigator. That's cool too, I think. Run! Oh, there's an actual door up here. The hell is in here? Nothing. Oh, there it is.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace. Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. And this gets out?
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
Locking up all those innocent people, I might have to kill yourself. Let's see. Westlake tar pits? Where is the Westlake tar pits? I don't even know where that is. Oh, here we go. I guess those are ones that I haven't seen yet. Where's my weenie? You think that's a famous place in LA? That's pretty cool. I wouldn't know anything about famous locations in cities. Not even my own city. Probably the Riverwalk in San Antonio is probably... And the Alamo, of course. But they're like the same place. Oh, I can get in here. Help! Help, lady, I'm stuck. Help!
Looking for a policeman.
What? I asked for help, and you just like sit there and laugh and giggle at my situation.
Hey!
That's right.
Goddamn.
Where's my weenie?
Hell.
There it is.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that...
You drunk, mister, or you just cracked? Slow down, idiot.
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
He's so concerned about how he looks. He's already a fat bastard. I can't turn around. There's no basement in the Alamo!
Trying to get hit?
You idiot!
You idiot! There's no basement at the Alamo.
Just a scratch.
Just a scratch?
Where'd you learn how to drive?
I got my license in a Cracker Jack box. I just think it's funny when someone trying to outrun my vehicle.
Careful.
I'm coming home. Well, let me get it to the next destination. We'll get to the destination and call it for the night because it doesn't save until I do something. There's another weenie, and now it actually looks like a weenie. Oh my god! It was red with white on the outside, like a bun. Hello. What's going on here? A picnic. Oh man, let's drive into the lake. This Winnie wants to get wet. Well, that's it for the weenie. Did anyone in this park order a weenie? One enormous wiener?
I read about him in the paper.
You read about me in the paper? Okay. No, I put it in weenie heaven. I was just about to say something about that, where it keeps warning me about hitting the innocent people. You'd think they would stop telling me about it. Oh, a hedge. I can't get over this hedge. Officer, I'm stuck behind this hedge. How close am I? That's running distance, right?
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Would you rather I be drunk, or would you rather I be cracked?
Extra, read all about it.
Wow, that looks like a
What? That looks like a what?
That price is outrageous.
Luckily, it's only waist deep, because I can't swim. I want your car. I've changed my mind.
Police emergency. So I pay the city.
What is this car doing?
And you need to take my car.
Ooh, this thing's fast.
These people.
Yes, what is with these people? Are these the tar pits? Oh, it it won't let me go into the tar pits. Can I get in the tar pits? Damn. I guess I had to go over there by that elephant. I just wanted to save. Okay. Alright, it's saving. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed watching us play Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. And
Cole, let's get moving.
LA Noire. We'll be back tomorrow with more LA Noire and Kirby. So, thanks for stopping by and watching us play, and we will see you next time. So, take care and have a great night. Bye-bye.